Welcome to the Jill on Money Show. It's Tuesday, February 17th, and we are here answering your financial questions. If you have one, regardless of the topic, regardless of how much or how little money you have, we want to hear from you. All you need to do is go to our website, jillonmoney.com, click the Contact Us button, write us a note, and if you'd like to join us on the air live, check the box. Mark will do everything else. While you're on the website, don't forget to sign up for the free weekly newsletter, which will entitle you to our blog posts as well. There are free resources. We've got another show. It's called Money Watch. We've got a radio show that's Jill on Money, and there are videos. All that stuff is for free. Okay, let's get into it. Today, we are talking to Kate, who is torturing us, telling us the weather in Arizona while we freeze our tushies off here in the Northeast. So, Kate, welcome to the program. You're all loosened up because no cold weather there. You're not shut down. You're opened up, ready to rock and roll. What can we do for you?
Yes, I wanted to, kind of get a second opinion and a checkup on my husband and I's financial plan. We had recently met with a flat fee financial advisor that offers a discounted service through his employer. And the numbers they were coming up with kind of through this 30-minute back of the napkin math intro session gave us room for pause. It was drastically different than kind of the goalpost we've been aiming for. And so we just wanted to get your take to see if we are on track or if maybe our plan does need some adjustment.
Okay, well, let's do our own little. We're going to do even a quicker plan. Let's see what we can find out. Kate, how old are you?
39.
And your husband?
42.
Kids?
Nope.
No kids. Okay. You're both working full time?
Correct.
You can either do this together or you can do it separately, whatever's easier for you. How much do you guys earn?
Household is, we'll say conservatively, $275.
And you're both making retirement plan contributions?
Correct. Yeah, we both max out our Roth. I have a 401k. He has a 403b.
And both Roth versions?
Correct.
Okay, 401k and 403b. How much money have you guys accumulated in those retirement accounts so far?
So total in retirement, we have 511, and that is broken down to 385 in our employee plan, so 401k and 403b, and then 125 in our Roth IRAs.
Okay, great. And do you have other money besides that $500,000 or so in investments, like a brokerage account, maybe?
Sure. So we've got, we've just started a brokerage last year, so 25,000 in that.
Okay.
And then we do have 40,000 in an HSA.
So this is, sounds good so far. Is there anything out there that is going to throw me for a loop? Do you have any debt?
No debt other than the mortgage.
How much is the house worth?
Probably 500.
And what is the mortgage that remains?
We'll use round numbers, 200.
And what's the interest rate on the mortgage?
Don't hate me, Mark, 275.
Poor Mark. He has to endure such indignities every day. And this is a house you want to remain in. Like, this is the good house for you?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Okay, great. What about money that is in the bank? It's kind of boring old cash.
Yeah, we've got probably too much of it. It's my security blanket.
Okay.
So we have 220 in cash. And
that's a very warm blanket, lady.
Yes, it is. Well, we're in Arizona, so we like it hot.
Okay, I got you.
It's broken down. 60 is our true never touch emergency fund. Mm-hmm. We've got about another 60 in short-term funds, vacation stuff we plan to use within the next year. Mm-hmm. And then we have 100,000 in a no penalty CD. Okay. That's at 395. That's got another 8 months left. And that we just we're really good at saving. So
evidently,
it's just kind of excess funds. We kind of call it an opportunity fund. We're interested in maybe buying a small business or a rental property one day. So it's just kind of.
But you don't have anything like that right now. There's no rental property. There's nothing. Gotcha.
Nope. We're boring.
So then you're not boring. This is incredible. Do you guys have parents that you need to help out?
Nope.
Okay. So financially secure family members and siblings and all that, right?
Correct.
So what's the curveball you're going to throw me that made the flat fee advisor say you're on steroids here? Like, what's going on?
Really, there's no curveball. So the number we've kind of been aiming for, again, with the plan of maxing out our employer plan and again, maxing out 2 IRAs a year. And then our plan is to do about $2,000 a month, so $24,000 a year into a brokerage. We were coming up with, we'd probably need about 5.5 for us to retire on the earlier side. So ideally,
what
20
early?
years. So 59 for me, 62 for him. So exactly 20 years from now.
Okay. So so let me just make sure I got this right, because I'm going to let Mark do some back of the envelope math.
Okay.
So 20 more years, Mark, they max out their 401k and the 403b. They also put $2,000 a month into the brokerage account. Okay. And no other extra money. Like we're not saying that cash of 220 is going to get bigger. You're going to use your excess cash flow into the brokerage. Is that
Correct.
About right?
Yep.
Okay. What is your spend right now? What do you reckon the expenses are?
Conservative month, $7,000. I guess I would probably say when we factor in vacation, stuff like that, 10 to 11,000 a month total.
There's some vacations you're taking.
Yeah.
Let's
So,
say
well,
10.
that's total, right? So,
all right.
So probably about 120 to 130 a year.
Okay. I'm going to use $10,000 a month as your expense.
Okay.
You mentioned a 403b, so I just want to double check. Are either of you entitled to a pension?
Yes. So that I guess would be the curveball. He is entitled to 2 pensions.
2?
One is a small one through his military service. That will start at 65.
And what will that be?
Guess using today's math, 2,500.
2,500 like for a year, not a month.
Sorry, a month.
So, okay, your small one is 2,500 a month at his age 65.
Correct.
Now, what's the second pension?
Second one, there's going to be some options. He works in healthcare, hence the 403b. Kind of the two, there's multiple plans, depends on years of service, age he collects it. There are lump sum options. So let's just go with what our plan is, which is $1 million at age 65, lump sum.
Okay. You don't happen to have the monthly amount?
I do. The monthly at 65 with spousal benefit would be
exactly
$5,000 a month in today's dollars.
Okay. So $5,000 a month in today's dollars, $2,500 a month at 65, and you will both be entitled to Social Security, right?
We believe so, if it's still there.
Stop!
Well, it will be there in some way, but we're really trying.
Even if it's if it's 2/3 or 75% of that, then fine, whatever. You'll have money. I got to be honest with you. I don't get where you fall short. So let me start by asking the flat fee advisor, where did they think the plan falls short? Forgetting about the $5.5 million, just where do they think you're falling short?
So what they had said, and I kind of, again, without doing the full analysis, they said we would need to kind of aim for a goal of 9 to 10 million to be able to retire early in 20 years.
That's like you're on crack. There's no way.
Yeah.
Guess what? With the pensions, you'll basically have that.
That's what I'm thinking. I did what they knew about the pension, right?
Correct. Yeah.
I don't get that. It sounds like they didn't. It sounds like they forgot to actually include that. Forgetting about like what the actual number is, you are on track. Okay, you are on track to reach your retirement goals. There's 20 long years between now and then. I don't think that you're going to have any problem, because I think you're probably undercounting how much you can really save. At this point, you're saving more than maxing out your 2 retirement plans and your Roths and the $2,000 a month, because you accumulated all this cash. You've already said we are good savers. So my opinion, and again, back of the envelope, I think that there's something strange in their analysis. I think that you can double check, triple check this along the way. Like once a year, you can run through a quick retirement calculator and look at the numbers. I don't see how you don't make it based on what you've told us. You're saving a ton of money. You already have, let me see, 5. So even if I just take the cash out, You have $500,000 that you've saved and in investments already. We never have to add another dime to the cash. Let's just pretend that sits aside on the balance sheet. You never do it. You're going to put all this money into the brokerage account. You're going to keep saving what sounds to me like, 50 grand a year is what you're probably saving, if not more. And this is going to accumulate over the next 20 years. So I don't see where you blow it. And I certainly think that having the pension options, and again, as you get older, you're going to have more information. Thank goodness you don't. I mean, as long as you're happy and healthy right now, you'll be able to make the analysis, sort of look at where you stand. Maybe by the time you're, and, like you said, 20 years from now, you'll be able to look at these pensions. 15, you'll be able to look in the future and see what is accumulated, what you have. Did I mess up on the expenses? Am I spending a lot more than I think? I tell you what, I wouldn't be so invested in thinking of like that 100 grand in CDs as your opportunity fund. I think it's really just it's your anti-anxiety. It's like, I don't have to take Klonopin at night because I have 100 grand in CDs. Yeah. I don't think that you're the type of I don't think you should be looking for rental property. I think what you're doing is great. I really don't. If something fell in your lap, maybe get in touch with us. But I just don't see the down where you are. I mean, like the mortgage is cheap. You live well below your means. You're saving a ton of money. Mark, what am I missing?
You're not missing anything. I don't see where the cause for alarm came from with the other people. I mean, I just run the numbers, just using round numbers, $70,000 a year for the next 20 years. Obviously, a lot can change between now and then. You guys are probably saving more than that. Yeah, that in 20 years, that's going to get you conservatively $5 million.
And that's
plus
just
pensions.
Right. That's what I don't quite get. So you get the $5 million. Maybe they're increasing your expenses by a higher inflation rate than we're even thinking about. Maybe. I don't get it. Anyway, I wouldn't worry about it. How about that? Isn't my answer better?
It's a lot. Yeah, my husband will be happy because he'd like to spend a little more now and back off on the savings.
Yeah, I think.
Don't kill yourselves.
I wouldn't kill yourself. Absolutely. And I really, really would not be. First of all, like a problem in 20 years is like, I don't think it's like, I have half as much money as I need, which is what they're saying. It just does not make any sense to me. It's like, I feel like they're doing one of two things. One is that maybe they're growing your money at a lower rate. And maybe they're growing your expenses and the inflation rate at a higher rate. And maybe that's the combination that gets you, halfway there. I don't buy it though. Yeah. There's no way. You guys are great savers. Your money's going to keep making money. You're not going and buying you're not starting to worry about a college education. It doesn't make any sense to me. So I'll tell you what, let's not worry about this right now. You can come back and get in touch with us. We can run these numbers every year with you.
Okay.
It's really not a problem, but I really, I would not worry about this. I think that it really would be interesting if you happen to have did they give you a printout of their analysis?
They did not. So that's kind of again, kind of coming in with the numbers we felt confident with. It was a complete kind of shock to us. And I think their whole point was you're retiring early. And so you need
what do you mean early? 59 and 62, you have no kids. You don't even spend any money.
Yeah. So that was kind of, like I said, our thought is, again, using online calculators, listening to your show, we felt we had a reasonable kind of goalpost to aim for. And again, saving about 88,000 based on 2026 numbers, right? With maxing out, they wanted us to save 120 to 130 a year and then convert on top of that everything to traditional for additional tax savings.
What do you mean to Roth? You mean?
No, they wanted us to stop the Roth and go traditional.
What?
In order to increase, to lower the tax liability.
So in 20 years you'll have $5 million of pre-tax money.
Exactly.
Duh.
I don't know what to say about that.
Trust your gut.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. That's one we haven't heard. And also, by the way, you're going to keep putting money away and your money that you're going to contribute is going to grow as your salaries grow. Mm-hmm. So that's what we're not accounting for. And by the way, I also think that, you're going to have more money because the mortgage is going to be paid off. And I don't know, this just does not make sense to me. Keep doing what you're doing. Get back in touch with us if you have any questions. Tell your husband he can relax. He doesn't have to work till he's 65. It's going to be okay.
Perfect. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
To our ears. Yeah.
Great. All right. Hey, did someone give you a message that didn't resonate or doesn't kind of pass that gut check for you? It could be something like a product. Hey, you should buy this private equity. Hey, you should buy this insurance policy. Hey, you're not doing this, that, and the other thing. And you just want another set of ears and eyes on a situation. Mark and I are both certified financial planners. We'd love to talk to you about this stuff, and we want to hear from you. So just go to the website, jillonmoney.com, click the Contact Us button, write us a note. And by the way, if you want to come on the air, just check the box, because that's when we can really kind of walk you through some of this and maybe have a little more nuance to the conversation. All right. You can subscribe to us on the Odyssey app. By the way, you can also subscribe to our weekend show called Money Watch on the Odyssey app or wherever you find your favorite podcast. Do something nice for someone else today. Change your work, change your wealth, change your life. Thanks for listening, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.